So we have a question here about the structure of the four worlds, right? Atzilut, Beriá, Yetzirá, Asiyá. We know that every part includes all the parts within it. So within each one of the four worlds, we have all of the four worlds. We have the Atzilut, Beriá, Yetzirá, Asiyá of the Atzilut, Atzilut, Beriá, Yetzirá, Asiyá of the Beriá, Atzilut, Beriá, Yetzirá, Asiyá of the Yetzirá, Atzilut, Beriá, Yetzirá, Asiyá of the Asiyá. Fine, that's obvious, that's simple. More than that, each one have internal and external. Okay, so we have the internal Atzilut with the Atzilut, Beriá, Yetzirá, Asiyá of the Atzilut, internal, external, and so on and so forth. Beriá, Yetzirá, Asiyá. Each one have the internal, external of all of that. Fine. Now, when we coming to, for example, what will be the application? That what can we gain from that wonderful knowledge, wonderful understanding? So, for example, one of the application of that is when we are praying shacharit. So, in the beginning of the day, when we are washing our hands, going to the bathroom, that will be the tikkun of the external aspect of the Asiyá. Okay? Then afterwards, we're putting on tzitzit, talit. That will be the tikkun of the external aspect of the Yetzirá. Tefillin sheliyat is the tikkun of the external aspect of the Beriá. And the tefillin of the head is the tikkun of the external aspect of the Atzilut. Great. So we did all of that tikkunim in the external part of the world. Now we're coming to the prayer. Starting korbanot, we're doing the internal aspect of the Asiyá. Zmirot, the internal aspect of the Yetzirá. Beriá, the internal aspect of the Yotzer is the internal aspect of the Beriá, and the Amidah is the internal aspect of the Atzilut. Very good. The Chidush of the Rashash is one of the Chidushim. There's many Chidushim. One of the Chidushim of the Rashash is that the external aspect of the worlds cannot elevate by themselves. They are elevated only with the elevation of the internal aspect of the world. So when we're doing the acts, the practical, physical acts, mitzvot, as preparation for the prayer, we are preparing the worlds to be elevated. But we're not elevating them. They are still in their place. So what do? We bring mochin, we bring abundance, and with this light that comes, we're pushing away the darkness, we're pushing away the chitzonim.
From its place.
From that place. So first Asiyá, then Yetzirá, then Beriá, then Atzilut. Again, each one obviously according to the values of that world, and that will be the preparation that is needed for the prayer afterwards that will be able to elevate them. So then when we are starting to do the prayer, we are able to elevate. Why? Because we already pushed away the klipot, the external aspects. Okay. Now, how does it happen, this wonderful elevation in those worlds? It's not like the whole world, we look at it as one unit. Okay? Because each world is like a building. You can't jump on the top of the building. You need steps, right? So what is the steps? The steps is called the heichalot, the chambers. So we're going one step after another, okay? And that is the structure of 6 lower chambers. It starts from Livnat Sapir and gets to, it depends, the Ratzon or the Ahava. Okay, so you can see that in the Sidur, many Sidurim, also my Sidur, Zichron David, that you have this structure of the chambers of the heichalot. Then after that, after the 6 lower chambers, we have the main big chamber, which is called Kodesh Kodashim, that includes all of the Sfirot of Keter, Chochmah, Bina, Dat inside of it. And this is the main chamber of each world, that is also the gateway to connect to the higher world. Okay, and how does it happen? So the Arizal explains that the Malchut of the higher world is rested within the Kodesh Kodashim of the lower world. So when we get into the Kodesh Kodashim of the lower world, we are connecting to that Malchut of the higher world that is there, and then this is like an elevator. We connect to that, and then it gives us the elevation to connect to the higher world, the lowest chamber of the high world. And in this way, this mechanic, we're able to go from one world to another until we are reaching to the world of Atzilut in the Amidah. And there, obviously, there's a lot of details, a lot of meditations, and with the help of Hashem, we'll get to explain that as well. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen ve'amen.